Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since I made a video. The last video I think was maybe a truck show. I don't know, I had to go back and look. Getting you guys caught up on a little bit of content. If you guys haven't followed my TikTok or Instagram, go check that out right now. I mostly post on TikTok nearly daily, 2-3 times a day. But it has been a while since I uploaded anything on YouTube, and I think I'm going to start uploading more and more recent as I go. So with starters, I'm going to get you guys caught up on some of the builds that I am doing right now and what has happened over time. And while I'm still outside, I'm going to get you guys caught up on one that I am doing for burnout competitions for this year, and that is the old parts truck. I'm putting it back together. Makes a lot of sense, right? Used it for parts, stripped it full of its parts, and now I'm slowly putting it back together with more junkyard parts. But I'm slowly putting it back together, and I'm just gonna get into it. So as you guys can see, it's got a blue fender that looks like it's Darlene's, and it has a chrome grille, which was Darlene's old grille, and the front bumper off of Darlene as well. The hood and that fender over there came off the parts truck over there that me and Zach traded for. And then the small block is just your basic 350 with flat tops, stock rods, steel nodular crank, and it has a set of built TBI heads, which sounds ridiculous, but it gives me my low end torque that I need. And then I've got the big 454 radiator in it as well. The interior, like I said, this was a parts truck, so we pretty well stripped everything out of it. The dash, the seats, and the headliners even tore out of it. But who needs seats for a burnout truck? We have the race seat over there and a steering column and some mechanical gauges, and it will work perfectly fine. And as for the rear end, I'm just going to weld the rear end for now until it gives out, and then we may put a built rear end in it later. I'm not exactly sure. We are looking at doing a paint job on it and possibly having it wrapped. I'm not exactly sure on that either. But as for that build, that's just the beginning of what's all going on. So just gonna try to get it all in one video to get you guys caught up in one video, and it's probably gonna be all over the place, but that'll be okay. So I think where we last left off was before my son was born, so that's actually been a long time ago. Actually 2 motors ago. I built a 350 400 crank stock rod with flat top that was in our burnout, or our mud truck, not burnout truck, mud truck. We had it in Rio for a while there, and it didn't have the 400 crank or flat tops at the time. It was just a 305 headed small block. And after Bricks off-road, we pulled the motor out, and I pulled the motor out, me and Taylor did, right over there, and we took and tore it out, and then I put my Vortec heads on it, 280H cam, flat tops, and a 400 crank in it with a stock rod, and it ran great. And then we went to a show at Higbee, got hit, I got mad, and yeah, Blue got hit, guys. So everybody that knows OG Blue, that is off the channel, off of JTBZ Automotive, you know how I absolutely cherish my truck. Well, the first show the truck goes out to, it got hit in the bedside. So, you know, womp womp womp, or, you know, a little violin, sorrow violin, you know. Well, anyway, blew up the motor because I decided that I was going to get pissed off and drop a gear and disappear. Well, instead I pelted the guy's front of his truck with nothing but rocks because I got slicks and didn't really go much of anywhere, just like 7,000, 8,000 RPMs, and it decided to just go boom. It bent 2 push rods on cylinder 7 exhaust and intake push rods, and pulled that motor out. And then, as you guys see, Darlene is sitting over there. So we pulled the motor out of Darlene, and the motor is now sitting in blue. So Blue's got Darlene's old motor, and it is painted pink with everything else off the old motor except for the Vortec heads. The Vortec heads are on the shelf till I get the next motor built that I want to go in blue. Now, a little backstory on Darlene, because last time you guys seen Darlene, I think I did a video on the front axle swap, well, the solid axle swap on Darlene. I think that was the last time you guys seen Darlene. So the last time that you guys seen Darlene was sitting over there on the other side of the bed and was solidly put together. Well, let's go back into January of 2024, where this happened. So as you guys can see, the dent in Darlene that is there in this video, I was coming up my driveway right after the truck meet that Show Me Trucks puts on, and as I was coming up my driveway, the truck doesn't have a front dry shaft, sadly, and at the time my driveway was rutted out really bad because all the snow that we had back in December. Well, there was about a 3-foot rut on the right hand side of my driveway where my back wheel fell off, and as I was coming up the driveway, the back wheel fell off into the rut, and the truck was starting to slide backwards. Instead of going forwards, I'd give it gas, it would just slide backwards. So I had to basically power my way out of it or hook a truck up to the front, and I should have just hooked the truck up to the front and pulled it out, but I didn't. Instead, I decided that I was going to power out of it, and when I did, it came out, and the wheels went to the left hard. Tried to correct the wheel, and it went right into the tree at the end of the driveway. Sounds stupid, but that's what happened. So anyway, that's what happened. Kind of sounds stupid, but it is what it is. And it kind of gives me the motivation to go further with the truck, like I wanted to anyway. So there's something big in store for this. I told everybody that this video was going to drop, so here it is. So currently Darlene is sitting like this, like you guys seen, and the frame is open. So everything is there for me to change. I'm going to go through it. I'm going to clean all the frame up. I'm going to rethink about this front end swap kit that me and my old lady's stepdad Wayne put together. And then I'm going to go in and weld stuff that wasn't properly welded and welded together. And I'm going to clean all this up. We're going to strip the firewall, paint match the firewall, get rid of stuff that I'm not really going to need. Keeping the AC, I'm going to get that polished. We're going to rethink this. Might do a Hydro Boost kit for the power steering, because I did run into a lot of problems with the hydraulic steering with the crossover steer from the Super Duty. As you guys know, it has F350 axles from a 04 Super Duty V10 single wheel truck and the dual rough country shocks. But here's the big releasement. As you guys know, that we pulled the motor out of Darlene to go into blue for now. And as you guys probably seen, this big old long tube header sitting here, thanks to my buddy Sean. So you guys seen the big long tube there. The SM465 is still in there. That probably is not going to go anywhere till a long time, till I get the money to get an MV4500, because I still want to do some interior work. I did the paint and body. The body is still starting to show its 420,000 miles, and everybody knows, if you watch my TikTok, what it was painted with, so it's starting to show its wear. But here lately, I've had a big trick up my sleeve, or a big project up my sleeve, I should say, of what I've been wanting to do to this truck for a long time. To be honest with you, I thought I'd 12 valve swap this truck and not do what I'm doing, because that's the original plan, was 12 valve with a 5-speed. Later on, after I did the solid axle, I was going to do that. But things change. Money is tight sometimes, especially when you're going through change of jobs. That's another thing I went through, was a change of jobs 3 times. So, projects slow down, projects speed up, Well, anyway, let's just cut to the chase and show you what I have up my sleeve. So, with little ado, there's the plan for Darlene. That is it right there. That is my 461 cubic inch big block. It's got flat tops, forged rods. It's got a forged crank. I got it sitting all right over there. I will have a plan. These are not the heads that I'm running. This is just for motivation, to give me an idea of what it's going to look like. The front has been, what is that called? I don't remember what this is called. It's varnished. So it's got oil varnish on the inside of the timing chain underneath the lifter valley. Right now it has a 540 by 540 hydraulic roller cam in it, and that is not the cam that I'm going to keep in it. The cam that I'm going to be putting in it is 563 by it's 523 by 563 hydraulic roller. Is the Edelbrock Rolling Thunder. This is an Edelbrock Street Tunnel Ram with dual 650 carburetors. Right now it's just got a set of 045 heads on it, which I do not plan on keeping. I plan on going to like an 063, and then later on down the road going with an aluminum. It has a high torque mini starter on it and so on. As you guys seen, I had a set of Hedman long tube headers that will also be going in there, and then I will also have a full custom exhaust that will be going on the truck as well. So that is my big secret. That is my 461 cubic inch big block that is pink, that is going on the inside, because you know everything is pink on the inside. That is the inside joke for all these pink engines. Everything's pink on the inside. Plus, dude, this pink, I don't know if you guys can see it, this pink holds up amazing. Like, it is probably the best engine paint that I've ever used.